Hey everyone, we're back with day 6 recap on the FloTrack podcast. I am Kevin. He is Gordon. Our email address is flotrackpodcast@gmail.com. Subscribe if you haven't to the FloTrack podcast YouTube page. You can download the show wherever you get audio podcasts. Gordon, it is really warm in the dorm room tonight.
Yes,
And we got a lot to talk about.
I am so sweaty. I did not expect to be this sweaty for a podcast. If you were watching the Instagram live before the podcast, I gave you a tour of my current situation of my room.
Not good, folks.
It's not good. It's not that bad either. It could be worse.
Definitely could be worse.
It does smell.
You got no sheets on your bed.
It does smell a bit, but what am I supposed to do? The sheets are too tiny for the bed. I blame University of Oregon and their sheet game. It's just not on point.
Sheet game not on point for the University of Oregon. Listen.
How's the
Today
group
was day
shower?
6, guys.
Group shower good?
Group showers are all right. I've yet to have to take a shower with another person in the shower at the same time, which has been nice. I've also never had to brush my teeth with someone brushing teeth next to me, nor have I been taking a piss with someone else. I may be the only one on this floor. I think there's other people, but I have yet to see another human being.
Okay.
So,
all right, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the women's steeple final, which is the only running event final of the day. We'll talk about the semis of the 400 and the 400-meter hurdles for the women. And we'll talk about the first round of the wild 800-meter men's race and how you all did in your predictions. Spoiler alert, not good. Also, spoiler alert, your guy right here, already out. Completely devastated. But before we get into that, I just want to say we're doing this live. I'm watching us right now on the live stream, reading the comments and stuff.
yes.
I have a number in mind for the live viewers. If we don't hit that number in the next 10 minutes,
We're ending
podcast
the
is
pod.
over. It's
We're
over
ending the pod.
because we are sweating. This is a sauna in here. I'll keep going if we can get to a certain number. I'm not going to tell people the number, but if we don't get to that, cool.
We should tell them the number.
Well, no, because they're already in. What are they going to do? Call their friend?
Yeah.
Say, log? No,
Open up another laptop, get dual screens going. They got a phone and a laptop.
That's faking the numbers.
And an Apple TV. That's 3 people per person.
I'm a man of integrity. I think I proved that today. All right. Women's steeple, the main final. Let's pull up those results. Nora Drutu, the big favorite. She delivers in a very fast and deep race. This one was exciting. They were just going at it from the gun, Gordon. It was an awesome, awesome race. Getachew of Ethiopia second, and then a Bebe in third. So 8:53, 8:54, 8:56, the top 3. Getachew's mark was a national record for Ethiopia. Bebe ran the fastest race of her life. You were in the stadium for this one, right?
Yeah, I was actually happily surprised with how this race played out. I thought it was going to be a boring watch. I thought it was not going to be that much drama. But, like, seeing a group of 3 to 4-ish women the entire time, and then they were kicking, and they were still all in it at the final water barrier.
Yeah.
Like, I was what I thought was going to be kind of like side type race. I was, like, invested the entire full 9 minutes.
Yeah.
I was actually sitting next to Barega, who was cheering on the 2 Ethiopian athletes.
Yeah.
Very calm mannered. He didn't get that intense. He wasn't like standing up and cheering. They go 2-3, and he just goes like this. Just does a fist pump, a quiet fist pump for his fellow countrywoman. Is that what you say? Countrywoman?
Countrywoman?
Yeah, countrywoman going
Patriots.
Patriots.
Yeah. Little fist bump moving on. He's still locked in. He's got a 5,000
exactly
to run later on. Yeah, it was just, I said in the pre-show, it was everything the men's steeple chase wasn't, really going at it from the gun. I think they were 2:57 the first K, which that's 8:51 pace. That's pretty quick. The world record is so far out there, 8:44. But you look at these marks when you go 8:53, 8:54, and 8:56. On the all-time list, these things are way up there, right? So the second fastest time in history is 8:52. So there's only been, there's fewer than 20 sub-9 performances in history, and we got 3 of them in one race in a hot day too. It was not the perfect conditions for a steeplechase race. Let's talk about farther down in the results, though. We got Yavi, who was in the mix. She was kind of the favorite for silver. She faded. She ends up running 9:01. Gega of Albania, 9:10. And then Frericks, the first American, in 6th at 9:10. Coburn, who stuck her nose in it early, like was in a group of 4 when they were clicking off those fast laps. She got 8th. And then Weymouth finished 12th, one spot behind Chemutai, who's the Olympic champion last year.
Yeah, I put money on Chem Mutai, and I lost on another $100. I'm really good at losing money, guys, but I'm also good at winning money. So
Yeah.
the prize, which we'll talk about later on the pod, is still there. Yeah, Emma Coburn, she went for it. She gave herself a chance, which I respected. She put herself out there. She was in it through the first, 1K, 1.5K.
Right.
But when they're going 853, 854, Emma's just not at that fitness. Like she's at best going to be running in the 910s, 905s maybe. So she put herself in there, but then just the wheels are going to fall off when the podium was all in the 850.
Yeah.
And that's how Courtney was able to catch her, because Emma kind of put it all in there in the beginning. She ran for a medal. She didn't run for the best finish.
Right. Exactly.
Which, at her time, at her level, and all the championships she's been to, she's not going to be like, oh, I want to get the best finish. She's like, it's either medal or bust.
Yeah, and she said in the interview she thought she was in, faster shape. She's like, well, apparently I'm just in 9:15 shape because I keep hitting that time, but I thought I was in better shape. But yeah, it was a quick race. It was an honest race. They went after it. I'd say the Americans as a whole, I mean, people probably disappointed because they're getting used to medal after medal after medal, but it wasn't long ago when getting 3 to the final was a big deal, and it was a really good year for the women's steeple, and that's, I mean, the bar has been raised, right? Like you had that Chep Koech record way out there, but
901 got 4th.
Yeah,
like
that's pretty rare.
Like 901's like top 30 all time.
Yeah.
And I got 4th.
Yeah,
so
it was incredible. The other final on the day was in the discus, where
you can do some discus breakdown.
Let's just go to the discus. Let's just talk about the 2 finals, then we'll go to the prelims.
Okay.
So real quick on the disc. Bin Feng of China, 69.12. Perkovic, 68.45. And then Allman, 68.30. You had her in a medal, right?
I did. So I did a 7-leg parlay. Let me read off the parlay that I did that successfully hit today. It was Grant Holloway to medal, Fraser Price to medal in the 100, Dos Santos to medal in the 400 hurdles, Krauser to medal in the shot put, Ingebrigtsen to medal in the 15, Allman to medal in the discus throw, and El Bakali to get gold in the steeple. If all 7 things happen, I won $94. So,
yeah, I thought after her first throw she was going to be able to win the thing.
She had that excitement in her face.
Yeah, she's
like, all right, today's the day.
Number 1 ranked coming in my rankings. I don't know what the world rankings were. I'll have to put them on the big screen and see what they were. But she was. I thought she was going to be able to get it done.
Yeah.
Last 2 throws, she missed the mark on it, but still an exciting competition. Another medal for the U.S.
So that's 17 now.
17. The road to 30.
Maybe that's 17 or 19. Double check. Click medal table.
What do I click?
The medal table.
19. Yeah. You're wrong.
Sorry.
Wrong, Gordon. Wrong. All right, let's keep moving here. By the way,
you're on one right now. What's going on with you?
People think we hate us. Some hate each other. Someone posts. I was reading
the
comments.
Do you hate me?
Well, I mean, there's a big spectrum of feelings that I have about you. But in the comments for one of the shows, it's like, you guys aren't even hiding it well. You hate each other. Do you think I could sit this close to someone for 30 minutes every single day if I actually hated him? That's pretty strong. But anyway,
I don't hate
we
you,
hit
Kevin.
the number.
Kevin, I don't hate you.
Yeah, I don't. Of course I don't hate you.
Okay,
but
good.
Stop telling me how to live my life. We hit the number. For those of you who were listening early on, I said I'm going to stop doing this in 10 minutes if we don't hit a number on YouTube. We hit the number. So we're going to continue. It's like when you're playing the arcade game and you pass the checkpoint, you get 30 more seconds.
Yes.
Except we're getting 30 more minutes.
Yes.
I don't know. Let's talk women.
We're doing 10 podcasts on the world champs. Not all of them are going to be great.
No, this is going to be great. I'm about to give you guys something crazy. I'm about to give you a guarantee. I'm about to give you a lock.
Oh, okay.
Sydney McLaughlin's breaking the world record in the final. She went out there today and she ran 52:17. That's the 5th fastest time of her career. Everybody watch this race. If you hadn't, go back and watch it. Look how composed she is all the way down that home stretch. Like, she had shut it down. She shut it down so early in this race. She had so much left in the tank. I think she could have broken it. She could have broken it tonight. It was almost like she was purposely slowing down. I mean, obviously to save energy for the final, but like you're watching the clock go and you're just like, oh my gosh, like she could actually get this. I mean, that was less than a second off the world record. She put the brakes on like crazy. The world record is gone again for McLaughlin. That'll be the 3rd time in her career she breaks it. Just an insane mark. And I was talking to fellow journalists in the mix zone. Just the standard to make the final
Of the 400 hurdles?
Yeah. Like the little cues were 53.63 and 53.72. Statman John posted some crazy stats just about like some marks that like would have won like any other championship and where they stack up in 2022 is crazy. This event is so fast right now. Femke Bol 52.84. I think she's gonna be great. She's gonna run for silver. She might she's gonna put up an all-time mark as well too because I think she's gonna PR. And Muhammad ran.
She looked good.
Yeah, she ran hard all the way through. She comes in. She'll be coming in with that third seed 53.28. So I feel like it's going to be those three. Also, all 4 Americans made it.
Yeah, half the field is going to be USA. It's pretty damn cool. McLaughlin, Muhammad, Little, Britton Wilson getting in on the skin of her teeth, but she ran 53 high. So like, it's not like she had a bad race and got lucky to get in. She still ran a great race. She's going to have a bad lane though as a result, but it's her first year, so she's eventually going to get better as she goes through these international competitions.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're starting world record. What is the world record right now?
51.40. No, hold on. That was the old one. Let me pull it up.
You don't know these stats?
51.41. I should have trusted myself.
Should have trusted the process.
Should have trusted myself.
51.41.
Yeah.
I'm going to say a number.
Didn't we predict this already?
I'm going to say a number.
I'm going to change my.
And you're going to tell me lower, faster, or slower?
Over or under?
No, you just tell me faster or slower.
Oh, okay. Kind of like over and under.
We're going to start with 51.41. Faster or slower?
Okay.
You tell me.
I tell you a number?
No. Do you think
I wasn't paying attention? I was reading it.
Faster or slower than 51.41?
Faster.
Okay. What about faster or slower than 51.40? 40. Hey, we got to fill the time.
No, we don't need to.
No. Faster or slower than 51.30?
She's going to break 51.30. She's going to be in the 51.2s.
Faster or slower than 51.25?
Exactly 51.25.
Oh, okay. 51.25?
51.25. That's the pick.
I mean, I said over. Do you believe him?
Oh, yeah.
51.25.
Over under 51.25. If we set the line at 51.25. There's.
What about 51.0?
Possible.
That's what I was. I want to see a 51.09.
Yeah. She was holding herself back. It was crazy. Anyway,
I'm going to ask her after she runs 51.09, are you going to retire? Because literally there's nothing else she can do. By retire, I mean not from track and field.
We already talked about this.
Let's keep going. Hurdles.
Yeah, we've already made that clip. We can't run. You can just run that one back. We'll see.
Well, that's a different podcast.
I know, but no, what I'm saying, if we're cutting, you're trying to get new stuff out there. Let's talk about the men's 800. We'll do men's 800 and then the 400s. Or do you want to do the 400s first and then men's 800?
Let's do 400s first. Let's stay in the quarter lap.
All right, here's some notes that I wrote down. Men's 400, 2 Americans, mostly chalk, made it. Although Matthew Hudson-Smith of Great Britain looked really good, and Norman was right with them. It's one of those things where semis can be deceiving because if Norman doesn't run well in the final, you're going to say, I saw it coming in the semi. You would have liked him to just dominate and then shut it down and run like 50 or 44.2 or something. Like, oh man, this guy's like a lock for sub 44. But then you could also say he's just taking it easy and working as well through the rounds. What did you think of the men's 400?
Yeah, Norman said in his interview that he was surprised that Hudson-Smith was there. He was like, wait, what's going on? He like snuck up on him.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can kind of take much from the like lack of dominance in his heat because I think he just wasn't expecting to need to like go to a third level when he has like 8 levels to go to, I'm not sure how many gears he has.
Yeah.
How many gears do you think Michael Norman has?
Oh, 6.
6 gears?
6, yeah. For sure, 6. But
I'll put the over-under at 5.5.
Normally, this is how 400-meter runners run the rounds. The really good ones who are going to cruise through is they usually go pretty hard and then shut it down at the end.
They run like 350.
It's not like someone jogs the first 50 and then takes off and goes from
there.
That'd
be a wild way to do it for them.
Or even pace. But hey, I'm just going to run 44 high because I know it's going to get me through. Normally, it's a normal-ish race through 250 or 300, and then they take their foot off the gas coming down the home stretch. But
do you think Norman wins?
He's making it hard. Like I wanted the definitive, nobody's touching this guy performance, kind of like Shauna Miller-Weibo in the women's. But I'm not going to let a semifinal move me off my pick. Norman's going to win. And I think it's going to be fast.
Fast?
I think he's going to set a PR. He's going to go under 43.45. Yeah. Fast, for sure. All right. Women, though. The women's, as I mentioned, Miller-Weibo really brought it today. She completely cruised through that heat. I think that she solidified her status as the favorite. Paulino was kind of in a battle with Williams, so maybe we're not feeling as good about as we're not feeling as good about Paulino as we should, given it was just a semi. I don't know. How do you see the medal shaking out here?
I'll be honest. I only watched Shawnee Miller-Weibo's heat because I was doing an interview when Paulino was running.
Okay, I'll tell you what happened.
I only. I mean,
she broke 50.
She broke 50, but like Shawnee made 49 look really easy.
49.5.
I think I said that's a 47-second runner right there.
Ooh,
that's what I said in my head.
Wow,
47 high. I think the way she ran that, it looked like that's a 47 high talent. So we'll see. My pick for Paulino is not looking good, and your bet they would have to run an all-out lap if Shawnee Miller-Weibo loses is looking good.
Yeah, I'm not running, guys. Actually, I ran this morning, 5 miles, 5-man pre-trail.
I ran this morning. I should tell the podcast people about I ran this morning.
Yeah,
it's fun.
And that's exciting. No Americans make it through the final.
Yes,
Diggs and Irby were eliminated. You talked to Diggs after, correct or no?
Yeah, she still had high spirits. She's young, right? This is
long season.
She's
T84. She got third in her heat.
Yeah, she still ran pretty good. She was like first or second one out. She had high spirits, excited for next year already. I asked if she's going to run the 4x4, and she didn't know.
It's 4x4 season in terms of finding out who's on the 4x4. It is interesting. Dominican Republic has 2 in the final, which is like, well, they did really well in the mixed 4x4. You can totally see why.
Yeah, they had 2 really good women.
Like 2 really fast women, Kofil and Paulino. All right, let's go back to the event that everybody wants to discuss, the men's 800, of course.
Which, beginning of the year, I was protesting. I said that we shouldn't host it because no one is trying to run fast. But now I'm actually really excited about it. It's probably my favorite event. We did a contest. If you guys entered, most likely you're not going to win because
I'm out too, guys.
We had 376 entries. Try to predict the order of gold, silver, bronze before the first round. So there's 45 names. You got to pick 3. You got to be in order. Right from the beginning, half of the entries were busted because Max Bergen was a DNS. Who was the favorite?
Craziness.
He was a DNS. We don't know why. Do you hear
why?
Or
they saw a video. He was limping. It looked like some sort of injury. Right before they announced it, he was limping in the warm up area. I thought that can't be real. They're joking. They're playing a trick on us because we've been saying the 800 is just so unpredictable and wild and just ridiculous all year. Nope, he's out.
So that eliminated half the entries. And then another giant chunk of entries all got eliminated because notable athletes just were dropping like flies. Bryce Hoppel didn't get through.
Yeah.
Donovan Brazier didn't get through. That probably was expected, but he is the defending world champion. He didn't get through. It turns out no Americans got through. Brandon Miller didn't have a good race. Jonah Koeck looked really good, but got DQ'd.
Yeah.
Which I kind of think is a bullshit DQ. I don't know about you.
There was pushing and shoving in every single one of these heats. Yeah. Hoppel got impacted by it in that first 100 when Brandon McBride went down. Where's the line between DQ and just aggressive racing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you make that call. I mean, I'm assuming they tried to protest. The U.S. team probably tried to protest. It's tough to say. I mean, there was a lot of pushing and shoving in all these heats. These were the winning times of the heats. 149. So of course everybody can run that pace pretty much at this level. 145, heat 2. Heat 3, 146. Heat 4, 146. Heat 5, 144. That was the AROP and that kind of strung out. And then heat 6, 144 high. So again, those earlier heats, just a lot of contact because everybody's moving so slowly in the early stages and trying to jockey for position. But you're right, a lot of big names out. I mean, these are very difficult to predict. Like even people like Hefat of Algeria, like a lot of people probably, kind of like a sleeper pick, not paying attention to him, but he's been pretty good. Ben is out, as you mentioned. Brazier, Dobek out, Hoppel, Miller, all gone.
Brandon McBride fell.
Yeah.
And Gurma got out, Ethiopia.
Didn't get reinstated. So, and then Koeck. So I think the main person that people had picked was Bergen. And then after that, After that, a lot of people had at least one American doing something.
Yeah. So
Are you out?
I'm out because
Oh,
I'd hopple.
Yeah.
85% of the entries are out. We're now down to how many? 54 still perfect entries remain. Again, if you get it exactly right, you're going to win 10% of my gambling winnings. And that might be a lot of money because I have $100. I have $200 on Mula of Algeria to win.
Yeah, listen.
And he's plus 700.
How many of these people are going to be left when it gets to the final? If we lost that many in the first round, rounds are usually pretty chalk. I know 8 and 15, you can have an upset here or there. But they're usually pretty chalk. Where you see upsets is semis to the finals. How many people are going to be left there? Like Benjamin Robert, who a lot of people had last one in. He almost was out too.
Who do you think is the favorite now? Now that it's all been chaos, would you say it's Mula?
I like
He
Mula.
looked good.
I like Mula. I wrote this down in my notes.
Right.
Mula, Sajadi, Arop. I like Bowl. He looked pretty good. Career, I guess you could say. He won. It was 149. So what do you read into that? But Mula and Sajadi are interesting picks at this point, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The semifinals are tomorrow, right? I'm guessing. And then the day off.
I hope so, because I want to run this back, man. This is exciting. The semi is, hold on, timetable. Day 7. Dios.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll figure out. Let's start list. Let's bring up the start list. Day 7 start list. Okay, so.
Career, Mujahid, Kissase, Van Diepen, Bowl, Langford, Bodena, and then Lopez. That's heat 2. It's 2 plus 2. Then Garcia, Rowden, Sajadi, Kramer, Twal, Zahafi, Kibet, Tukian Siantu I messed that up, of Italy. I'm sorry. Then Ayuni, Algese, Arap, Wanyoni, Robert, Mula, English, and Deriba. There's going to be 2 or 3 guys who make it who people have never heard of. And we might have everybody eliminated in the prediction contest by the time we get to the end. But
it's great because then I get to keep all 100% of my winnings.
I think you should give it to whoever gets second.
No, how do you justify what a second
I'm
is?
just kidding. It was a joke.
Second.
All right, that's it. We got through everything, right?
I went on a run today.
Tough break for the Americans. It's crazy. No Americans out of the first round in the 8 or to the final in the women's 4.
Yeah. So, and only 2 Americans in the final of the men's 4 as well.
Let's see if there's any questions in the chat.
Yeah, chat. Let's populate this podcast with your thoughts.
Yeah, we have 2 minutes.
It's chat
and
time.
45 seconds left on the pod.
That is not a real. That's not a real countdown clock.
DH says, "Don't even try to sell us on the 800. It's exciting, guys. It's beyond boring." Well, it's exciting when Gordon goes to his spreadsheet because he has all your entries and he starts going red because all of you guys are getting eliminated. It's just today was the perfect encapsulation of the 800.
Yes,
this whole year, and I love it when that happens.
Because we talk about this. If we asked 300 people to predict the women's 100, after the first round, would 85% of the people be eliminated? No, because 100% of the people would have 3 Jamaicans, 2 of the Americans, Dean Asher Smith. Like, you would know that the people who are going to medal are 1 of 8 people, right?
Yeah.
But this clearly here, it's the people who are going to medal are 1 of 30 people. Yeah, which is what makes it fun.
Someone asked for us to discuss the women's 5K heats. Well, that was the first event on the afternoon section. There weren't any real surprises in terms of non-qualifiers. I mean, Semenya didn't qualify. She ran 15:46. She was never in it. Didn't stop to talk after, I don't think. So we didn't get a chance to hear like her perspective on like what her plans are for the future. Oh, Constance Klosterhoffen's out as well. She was just kind of out of it as well after midway. But advancing through, all 3 Americans. Infeld got the last spot. Hassan seems to be, she's like feeling better. She's like, with each race, I get a little bit better. So Sifan Hassan's an interesting pick. Gade, Kip Karui, Sayam. They added Sagai back. Tai scratched. They did like a late switch, Ethiopia, and they put Gudov Sagai in there. But yeah, all 3 Americans are into the final. That one should be fun. I think I'm inclined to pick now Gudov Sagai. She was pretty good in the 1500, and Faith Kipyegon's not in this race. But I think Sifan Hassan is getting more confidence with every single race, and she's probably thinking, okay, well, I only started running, 2 months ago? Yeah. I got another race under my belt, getting some more mileage.
I haven't figured out who I'm going to put my money on yet.
Yeah.
Chat. Who should I put my money on?
Yeah.
I'll do a chat only $100 bet. First person to type in Gordon bet $100 on. That's the person I'll place it on.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever says that first, that's who I'm betting. $100.
Josh says the hot mess aspect of the 800 is always part of why it's great. Yeah, but this year in particular, this year's ridiculous.
Stinking hot mess.
We would not have had this contest in prior years because we'd been like, pick the podium. Okay, well, we can probably have an idea. And this sort of all started in Tokyo last year with that tactical race won by Emmanuel Career. And you're like, wow, this whole season's kind of wild. Actually, probably started in trials with Brazier not making it last year. And then it just has snowballed, picked up steam, picked up momentum, and it's just a complete disaster. So,
oh man, MR said Gordon put $100 on Cranny to medal.
You did?
Well, no.
Oh,
that was the first person, but the second person says Gordon bet 100 on Good Day.
Yeah. Andrew says Gordon bet 100 on Fan Boulet.
I already did.
Okay.
To medal. I got that one in. I just want to. If I win a lot of money, Kevin, I'll take you out to dinner.
Really?
Yeah. We'll do an 11th podcast.
Yeah.
On Monday, and we'll celebrate the winnings.
Thomas says Sydney has broken the 400 world record 3 times. Trials last year, Olympics. Oh yeah, so this would be her 4th time. Did I say 3rd?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's hot.
Thank you for the correction.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Khalil says Gordon bet 100 on Stefan medaling in the 5K or Fan Boulet medaling in the 200 or Allison the 400. Ron says America sweeps the 200. Yeah, I think it's Fan Boulet is the only person stopping the sweep. Maybe Jareem Richards in the 200, but that's it. And you could probably get, if you could bet both Fan Boulet and Bednarik as medal odds, because I feel pretty good about Knighton and Lyles. I feel great about Knighton and Lyles. That might be worth doing as well, too. Jordan says Karani looks good. Yeah, I think Karani to medal is a good pick. I don't know what he's at right now.
Yeah. The problem is some of these odds are not worth betting on. You always want to go for the big swing so you can actually make real money.
Yeah.
That's why I'm losing a lot. But I'm also winning. So we're good. I'm still up, I think, $300 or $400. And we're day 6.
Good job.
You don't care about this.
I love it. I think it's fascinating. I love bringing it up every single day.
What else are we going to do?
Talk about the meet. Okay. So tomorrow, let's talk about tomorrow real briefly.
This is a great podcast.
It's awesome. Cole, are you having fun?
I'm having a ball, Kevin. I'm having a ball.
Colt left.
I'm here.
I'm
here. What are you talking about?
Mics aren't even plugged in. Okay. Tomorrow we got both 200 finals, which would be great. Men's 800 semis, men's 5,000 heats. So Borrego will come from out of the stands and onto the track. And then women's 800 first round. So 2 finals.
The big thing is there's going to be fireworks in that final half hour. Men's and women's 200.
Yeah. You got Knighton versus Lyles, and then you got Shericka Jackson. Can she claim her first global gold medal in an individual event? And how fast can she run? Can she move up to number 2 all time? I think she can. Gordon doesn't think she can.
I never said what?
I just made that up.
Come on now, 9 point words in my mouth. No, I think it's going to be interesting because there's a chance the men can now sweep both the 1 and the 2, and the women of Jamaica could do the 1 and the 2 as well, which is like awesome. And also, it's kind of crazy that the Jamaican women would do it with the same 3 people, but the American men will do it with 6 different people sweep the 1 and the 2. Like,
good point.
Has that ever happened where there's been a 1 and a 2 sweep with no overlap?
That's crazy. I'd be surprised with the Jamaican sweep in the 200. I think Asher Smith might break that up. I think Kambunji might break it up. I think there's
Kambunji? Really?
Tamara Clark. Something's going to go crazy. I mean, I feel good about Fraser Price and Shericka Jackson. I think it's going to be tough for Elaine Thompson-Hurrah to get a medal. D. Cole says Shericka breaks the world record. Bold, bold, bold. DH says, why do you guys hate each other? We don't. Let's see.
We like each other.
All right. Shericka wins running away. Fraser Price for second. Fraser Price looks like she wants this doubled, though. She is.
If Fraser Price won, that would be wild.
She's getting after it. She's getting after it.
What do you think would have happened if Shericka didn't have the brain fart in the 200 at the Olympics?
I think Elaine still would have won. I don't think she was ready. Shericka was ready to go 21.5 last year, but it did definitely delay all the hype on how good she can be.
Yeah.
Because it probably at least could have been a medal, you'd think. But hey, who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. But I'm sticking with Clark for bronze. We have the medal. Here are the line assignments. Oh, is Cambodian 1? Okay, yeah, I'm not feeling good about that then. Thompson on 2, Asher Smith 3, Jackson 4, Clark 5, Fraser Price 6, Saney 7. Excuse me. And Abby Steiner in 8. So, yeah, that's Cambodian. I changed my pick. That's tough. If she medals out of lane 1, oh my goodness, that'd be crazy. Yeah, we talked about Steeple. Talk about Curly injury. Yeah, apparently he's out. So changes up obviously with the 4x1, and but we'll talk about that more tomorrow, and the next day. So thanks everybody for watching. This is the day 6 FloTrack podcast recap from Eugene, Oregon. Gordon's accommodation have played a beautiful backdrop to this podcast. Thanks everybody for listening and downloading. Stay tuned to the site for more. What are we doing? Taking a picture? It's hot. Okay, great. What was I going to say? I know I was in the middle of saying something though. Oh, find all the interviews on the site. Subscribe to the FloTrack YouTube page and the Instagram page and all that stuff. Thanks to Colt. We'll talk to you guys.